Renfield is a chilling horror film that offers a fresh perspective on the classic character from Bram Stoker's novel, Dracula. The story centers around R.M. Renfield, a young lawyer who travels to Transylvania to assist Count Dracula with his real estate affairs. Renfield's life takes a sinister turn when he becomes enthralled by the enigmatic and seductive power of the vampire, ultimately succumbing to Dracula's influence and becoming Dracula's familiar. Renfield has relied on supernatural powers obtained through consuming bugs for many years. Recently, Dracula narrowly escaped from vampire hunters who almost killed him. After escaping the trap they've set with the help of Renfield, Dracula victimized all the vampire slayers but is severely injured. To recover, they relocate to New Orleans. Renfield stumbles upon a support group for individuals in codependent relationships in this new city. He sees an opportunity to use the group members to identify abusive partners whom he can eliminate, providing Dracula with victims to feed on without feeling guilty. After taking down one of the members' abusive partner and his friends, an assassin hired by the Lobo crime family ambushes them all, seeking to protect their illicit operation and eliminate any threats. After Renfield successfully kills the assassin, he sets out to track down the person responsible for hiring him, Teddy Lobo. However, Teddy manages to escape in a hurry, leaving Renfield weakened. Determined to dispose of the bodies, Renfield drags the corpses back to Dracula's hidden lair, situated in the basement of a decaying hospital. Meanwhile, Teddy Lobo finds himself in a precarious situation when he encounters a sobriety checkpoint operated by Rebecca Quincy, a second-generation police officer. Recognizing an opportunity to apprehend a high-level criminal, Rebecca decides to arrest Teddy after he speeds through the checkpoint and hurls bricks of cocaine at the police. Teddy is taken to the police station, but his release from custody becomes surprisingly easy due to his connections with federal authorities cooperating with the Lobo family. This turn of events frustrates Rebecca, who is seeking immediate answers and justice. Simultaneously, Rebecca finds herself engaged in a heated confrontation with her sister, Kate, who is also involved in law enforcement. Dracula informs Renfield that the criminals he has gathered as a food source are not satisfactory. The vampire expresses his desire for the blood of someone pure and innocent instead. Motivated by Dracula's instructions, Renfield heads to a restaurant to abduct unsuspecting individuals from the common populace. Simultaneously, Quincy, following clues found at a crime scene, is led to the same restaurant. However, their paths converge during an unexpected attack on Quincy's life, orchestrated by Teddy under pressure from the Lobos to reinstate their fearsome reputation. Unexpectedly, Renfield and Quincy find themselves caught in the midst of the attack. In a surprising turn of events, Renfield and Quincy must defend themselves against the assailants, resulting in the deaths of several gang members. Their self-defense actions prompt Teddy to flee, seeking an escape from the dire situation. Teddy's mother, Bella Francesca, issues a command for him to track down the individual responsible for the killing of her loyal followers. During Renfield's absence, Teddy unexpectedly comes face to face with Dracula, and the vampire killed all the gang members but left Teddy alive. Surprisingly, they strike an agreement to form an alliance, aligning their dark interests. Meanwhile, Renfield undergoes a significant transformation. Inspired by the teachings of his self-help group, he embraces a new outlook on life and decides to establish an independent existence, separate from his master. Renfield secures an apartment and adopts a helpful attitude, even going so far as to provide a statement to the police, offering assistance in their efforts to bring an end to the notorious Lobo crime family. As the news of Renfield's newfound loyalty reaches Dracula, the vampire becomes aware of his minion's betrayal. Filled with rage and betrayal, Dracula mercilessly slaughters the members of Renfield's support group, committing the gruesome act in front of his former disciple. Quincy arrives at the scene and discovers Renfield surrounded by lifeless bodies, prompting her to place him under arrest. However, their encounter is abruptly interrupted as they are swarmed by both the police officers and the vengeful Lobos, seeking retribution against Renfield. Despite the overwhelming odds, Quincy adamantly refuses to hand him over and manages to narrowly escape with Renfield in tow. The following morning, Quincy awakens to find herself alive, thanks to Renfield's intervention. In a heartfelt conversation, Renfield reveals his true origins and expresses his genuine desire for personal transformation and redemption. Determined to right his past wrongs, they join forces and prepare to confront the Lobos head-on. Their journey takes them through a treacherous path, encountering a group of corrupt police officers who stand in their way. Undeterred, Renfield and Quincy fight their way through, determined to reach the headquarters of the Lobos. Meanwhile, as Renfield and Quincy navigate their journey, they have a crucial meeting scheduled with Kate. However, they are faced with a disheartening realization. Kate has already fallen victim to the clutches of the Lobos, having been abducted by them. Upon their arrival, they are met with an unexpected twist. Dracula has bestowed supernatural abilities upon over half a dozen gang members, granting them powers similar to Renfield's own. This includes Teddy, who now possesses formidable strength and skills. In a fierce battle, Renfield ultimately prevails, taking down Teddy and putting an end to his reign. Quincy confronts Dracula, only to discover a devastating sight. Her sister has been severely beaten and is on the brink of death. Desperate to save her sibling, Quincy learns that the only hope lies in the healing properties of Dracula's blood. Dracula, aware of this leverage, proposes a deal to Quincy, her sister's life in exchange for her unwavering loyalty. However, Quincy devises a cunning plan. She employs deception, tricking Dracula into a vulnerable position. This sets the stage for a climactic showdown between Dracula, Renfield, and Quincy. In a surprising turn of events, Renfield and Quincy join forces, combining their strengths and abilities to capture Dracula within a powerful and mystical circle, binding him and preventing his escape. They seize a significant amount of Dracula's healing blood, and to ensure his demise, they dismember his parts and scatter the remains into concrete fragments, which they distribute throughout the water system. This act aims to either permanently eliminate the vampire, or make it exceptionally challenging for him to regenerate his physical form. In the aftermath, Renfield takes a pivotal step toward personal growth. Drawing strength from his newfound empowerment, he resurrects his self-help group friends, rejuvenating their lives and providing them with a renewed sense of purpose. With a newfound determination, Renfield sets out to forge a new path, embracing the opportunity to create a fresh and meaningful existence for himself. Thanks for watching, and we appreciate your time with us. Please consider subscribing and click the bell icon so you will always get notified when we upload a video.